So we've seen a rise in ableism and just discussing ableism because of the pandemic. But I want to warn people that ableism is probably going to get worse, especially as more and more people discover that they have a disability. But also institutions and their followers are going to be incredibly ableist because they don't want to make space for disabled people. And I'm going to use this video to show you some of the tactics that they like to exclude disabled people and to present disability as inherently evil or awful as a way to justify why they don't want disabled people in their spaces.
To kind of share my own testimony and go against this popular culture of autism these days, like this push in social media trying to normalize autism.
So as you know, Christians believe in this junk science of social contagion. It's junk science, but people believe that social media gave rise to autism, trans identity, things like that. The reality is that social media just gave people the power to speak for themselves in large, quantifiable numbers. And with that comes the desire to cultivate conversations that help other people. That's it.
Blown my mind. I have seen several children healed of autism.
No, you haven't.
I have seen many people, even people with stage 4 cancer, healed of cancer. I've seen people healed of depression and anxiety and schizophrenia. I've seen a woman get trampled by her horse, be supernaturally healed by the power of God. I've seen people get out of wheelchairs. Literally people.
So she goes into how she's been a born-again Christian and she's seen all these people healed by the power of God. Believe what you want, but this is a tactic to justify why there are no disabled people in her spaces. Because they've already been healed, right? And it's worth noting that at the federal level, churches are exempt from the Americans with Disabilities Act, which is why so many of these conservative Christians push school choice, because even their schools don't have to be accessible. And according to a survey cited by Sojourners, only 10% of U.S. churches even offered any tangible support to disabled people at all. Why don't you have any accessibility in this church? We healed everybody before they got here, of course.
So if Jesus did not have autism, then he also wants to give you the gift of being free from autism. And that's also what I love about Jesus is he doesn't force himself on you. If you don't want to be healed of autism, that's fine. That's fine. If you want to stay autistic, that is completely fine. But please don't get mad at parents who want to have their kids.
So this last part is kind of a twofold tactic, right? The first part, she's saying Jesus doesn't want you to be autistic, but you can be autistic if you want to be. Saying both, no, you're not fearfully and wonderfully made. And also, if you say that way, that's going to be your problem. Whatever happens to you, happens to you. It sounds to me like you deserve what you get if you don't want to change. The last part is especially dangerous because it's preemptively excusing the abuse that some parents will do to their children to cure their autism. Because we know that there isn't a cure. Autistic children have been subject to bleach enemas, severe beatings, and death, all in the name of curing them. Don't get mad at those parents because they're making their children into God's image, right? And that's their gospel.